Next time will be. What? Like a service. Okay. మనకి ఇప్పుడే రాగాలి కలిసి జారే कवर का कापड़ करके तेरा कवर है मेरा कवर है
Good morning, Alain. Good morning, respected dignitaries, speakers, distinguished guests, and dear participants. On behalf of the organizing committee, I, Sonal, Assistant Professor of Commerce, extend a warm welcome to each one of you to this technical section 1. I would like to invite our distinguished chairman for this session, Professor Iaa-Hyderabad, to please come forward and take a seat on that. I also request Iaa ma'am to present us an update with a gesture of welcome to our esteemed guests. Sir, I now request our keynote speaker for this session, CMA Vijay Kiran Agastya. Kindly come onto the dais and occupy the chair. I request Krishna Priya ma'am to present a sampling as a warm gesture to welcome our esteemed guest. Sir, thank you, ma'am. I will now request my co-host, Ms. Sandhya, to kindly introduce our esteemed chairman, Professor Iaa-Hyderabad. Good morning to everybody. It's my honor and to introduce today's chairman for the session, Professor Iaa-Hyderabad. He's a professor, Department of Commerce and Principal, University of College of Commerce and Business Management. Osmania University. His educational qualifications are MCOM, MBA, LLB, PhD, and PG Diploma in Computer Applications. He has 24 years of teaching experience and specialization in accounting, taxation, and e-commerce. Under his supervision, 3 PhDs awarded, 6 PhDs are undergoing. He is a subject expert and a resource person from many institutions including UGC HRDC, State Government College Education, and State Government Social Welfare and Tribal Welfare, and also Intermediate Board Education. For his tireless efforts in the field of commerce education, he was also awarded as Professor of Commerce for the year 2018 by the Tutors Pride, Hyderabad. IDTG Awards on 2nd October 2018. Please put your hands together. He published 38 articles in national and international journals. He presented 34 research papers in national and international seminars. He also published 4 books. He has organized 4 national seminars in the university. He is also an income tax advisor who has visited Singapore for presentation of research paper on international ombudsman and got selected as a discontent for US research papers. He also appointed as Additional Controller of Examination for 4 years and associated to introduce online application of university for all certificates, online payment of exam fee, online valuation. He was the coordinator for UGC Net coaching for 2-year funds released by UGC SERO Hyderabad. He is a member in editorial board of Manjira Journal for Research in Social Science, GDC, Hyderabad. He is also an executive committee member of Indian Accounting Association and Telangana Commerce Association. He is a life member in All India Commerce Association. He is a member in Bar Council of Hyderabad and Osmania University Teachers Association. He also extended his services as a placement coordinator since 10 years, and many students have been appointed in corporate sector for Zenpact, Capital IQ, Deloitte companies, etc. At the University College of Commerce and Business Management and University College for Women, Koti, Usmania University. We welcome you, sir. Please address the gallery. Thank you.
Still we have 5-6 minutes for good afternoon. Before good afternoon, I'm very happy for good morning, everyone. Yeah, the respected persons who are presented in this hall. We have Bhishma Pitamaha, as Janakiram sir is already told. A retired professor, D. Gogureddy sir, past president of IAA, national body, and Professor K.V. Achilapati is also past president of IAA national body, and past president Professor V. Apparao Garu is also past president for national body, and in absence Professor Kadam Naresh Reddy, the registrar and secretary of IAA, and we have from the Department of Commerce, Usmania University, and also we have big personalities from Bhadrika Management and also principal of the college, Abhiram Krishna Garu, and Manohar Kumar Garu, Janakram Garu, Venkat, and other faculty members of the Bhadrika College. We are very happy whenever we want to prepare with the coordination of department and with the coordination of IAA Association. The Bhadrika College is the number 1 college when we want to celebrate and make the seminars in this college every time. They have come forward for making all seminars which are going to be made. Last year it was made in Calcutta, Indian Accounting Association National Seminar, International Seminar, and this year also we are planning for making all these sessions again in the national seminars. For that, we are making first session a role of artificial intelligence in accounting and finance. which 3 sessions we need to be conducting every time in the Hyderabad Association, IAA Association. The first program, as usual, again, Badruka College come forward to make this program every time, as we have already seen in the inaugural session, how it was started. Then the second session of IAA National Seminar Preparation, definitely it was being proposed to make another college. There are some proposals already we have received from Keshav Memorial and Avinash College. They come forward to make these renewing sessions. We are very happy for the Association of Indian Accounting, Hyderabad branch. So today, in this session, the first session, what it is given for the technical session 1, role of IA in accounting. So before starting the 1 or 2 important themes, I welcome keynote speaker CMA Vijay Kiran Agastya Garu, founder and MD, Monitor and Career Intelligence and Training Private Limited. I welcome you, sir, for the session. And we have some certain changes in this particular area, role of artificial intelligence in accounting. Yes, 1 or 2 slides, it was already there. So have a look. Yes. Actually, we have a good keynote speaker, Ajay Kiran Ji will spoke about this. He will speak about this. But before that, yes, our idea relating to the accounting, artificial intelligence relations. Recently, we made 1 or 2 research related to this particular area, which was made a very important issues, 1 or 2 issues for this session. We go to next. Role of artificial intelligence in accounting. If you go into next slide. It was made into 2 categories. The first one, introduction to AI in accounting. Next. And application of AI in accounting. So how this artificial intelligence is preparing the accounting information and how they are presenting the reports. That we need to understand. Next, we'll go into that. The evolution of accounting, technology, and another one is initial integration of IA tools. Because of, yeah, we'll go to next slide. We'll go to next slide. This is importance of AI in modern accounting, how we can do best with the accounting information generated through artificial intelligence. We'll go to next. This is application of AI in accounting. After completing this slide, I will tell you one small example and I will conclude this particular small information about the introduction of this session. We'll go to next. This is all automation of routine tasks done by the accounting through the artificial intelligence. So these are all some theoretical aspects which we have prepared, but you can understand how the artificial intelligence is involved for the accounting and finance. Nowadays, no accountants, no bookkeepers, everything is doing by the computers through receipts through ATM, payments also ATM, and other things also what we are doing, everything also system based. So there is no need of making receipts and payments. It's automatically receipts and payment is recorded. The accounting also is automatically making, and we want whatever we want for the management accounting system like MIS, management information system, whatever reports we want to take into the decision of our management, definitely we are providing through the computerized accounting system, that is Tally and other things. But even Tally, there is no need of operating because of artificial intelligence. So whatever reports you want, definitely it will be creating through the system. The recent one idea which we observed in the research, dynamic ticketing. If you go for booking any airline tickets, if you just look into that, same flight, same time, same day, if you book inquire into that particular ticket rates, it goes on increasing automatically without the human involvement. For example, if it is started from 4,000, it goes to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 automatically without any human involvement. So this is based on the inquiries, automatically rate is increasing based on demand. This is whenever you are making inquiry. then after some time, if you not touch in that area, if you not make any inquiries, automatically after 1 week it goes down from 8,000 to again 4,000. So that is the artificial intelligence based on demand, automatically rate increasing, decreasing is happening. Like that, accounting information also, whatever we want, definitely. So using with artificial intelligence, information is provided to management based on the demand and requirement. So that is the order of the day. Definitely all the accounting and finance people need to understand how artificial intelligence already involved, already is working in the society. How it is involved and how it is working now, we need to understand using with corporate sector information. So if this is a small information, I thank you one and all for listening patiently. We continue this session.
So much, sir, for your insightful and motivating words. Now it's my privilege to introduce our esteemed keynote speaker, Shri Vijay Kiran Agastya, sir, a dynamic and accomplished professional whose career spans across multiple disciplines. Sir is a distinguished cost and management accountant. He holds a bachelor's degree in commerce from Osmania University and prestigious certifications from ACCA UK and CIMA UK. He is the founder and managing director of Mentor Me, a leading organization specializing in career intelligence and training services, where he has significantly influenced the professional development sector. Before this, his entrepreneurial journey saw him co-founding Next Gen Learning and Consulting Private Limited and serving as the managing director of Skills Grads under SCA Consulting LLP. Sir's corporate tenure includes over 20 years of leadership experience at renowned companies like Deloitte, Genpact, and Indian Immunologicals Limited, where he culminated his career as a vice president at Deloitte. In addition to his corporate achievements, Sir has a passion for teaching and training, having delivered over 500 guest lectures and developed various employability courses over the past 2 decades. He is a certified trained trainer and has led programs on topics such as Lean and Six Sigma, business chemistry, and essential soft skills. Sir also plays an active role in contributing to the growth of SMEs as a consultant trainer at the National Institute for Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. His influence extends to academia, where he serves as a Board of Studies member at Osmania University and has contributed to the IQAC at Andhra Mahila Sabha Arts and Science College. A respected leader, Sir has held significant positions in professional bodies, including his tenure as Secretary of the Southern India Regional Council of Institute of Cost Accountants of India and his historic role as the youngest chairman of the Hyderabad chapter of Cost Accountants Institute in 2015. With his diverse expertise and immense contribution to the field of corporate leadership entrepreneurship, Sir is undoubtedly an influential and inspiring figure in this field. I request Sir to please address the gathering.
Good afternoon. So Sonal ma'am has really set me up now. I do not know if I live up to the expectations. Bhishma Pitamaha, as Sir Indrakanti Shekhar sir also said, beloved Obul Reddy sir, the person who introduced me to academia, especially Usmania University, IAA, and several colleges, my friend and guide, Achalapati sir, is also here. Both of you, coincidentally, when ma'am said I was the youngest chairman of chapter of cost accountants in 15-16, they both were our guests at our Teachers' Day function, and I was so glad to see both of them today. Another guide friend, Apparava Garu, other management members of Padruka, Shekhar sir, faculty members, dear students. With the permission of the chairman, I will spend some 5-7 minutes on AI and maybe 3-4 minutes some general talks. When you see a lot of students who feel like talking, whether they will accept it or not, we will figure it out. But we'll spend 5-7 minutes on AI. So we'll go to the deck. It's ready.
Yeah.
Zoom it up, please. If you look at this image, Man, the fastest man ever recorded on the planet is Usain Bolt. And Usain Bolt runs at about 27, 28 miles per hour. He's slower than a dog, he's slower than an ostrich, he's slower than a horse, and of course, slower than a cheetah. Man is not the fastest on the planet. In fact, in the 1970s, there was a research done. They studied all possible species that they can at that point in time, given the fund and time they have. And they rated people and all the species and looked at where does man stand in terms of speed. Man stood in the fourth quartile, between 75% to 100% in terms of how fast somebody can move. 75% of the species that were studied were faster than man. For sure, man is not the fastest. The same man was given a bicycle and he rode the same distance, and now his rating moved up to the first quartile. Man is not fastest, but with a bicycle, he definitely made a difference. In a dense forest, the strongest human being who moves around us will say, I'm the strongest. Once you get into the dense forest, neither the eagle, nor the snake, nor the tiger will care a damn about that man. Man is not the strongest on the planet. Go to the next one. We may think we are the smartest, but we are not the smartest species also. Dolphins are smarter than us. Even pigs are smarter than us. We may not realize it. And I'm not saying out of thin air, this is a research. So the bees are smarter than us, octopuses are smarter than us. So man is not fast. Man is not strong. Man is not smart. But why are we still playing a significant role on this planet? It is because we have an ability to create tools and make things easier, faster. Though we don't have strength, we can move things that are much more heavier than us. Though we are not smart enough, we have invented devices that are much smarter than us. So man's ability on this planet lies on creating and executing tools. As long as we understand this, we will not get into this debate of will computer replace human being, will machine replace human being, will AI replace human being. This debate until now was actually irrelevant because man's capability itself is to build these tools and do something more for the community, something more for the world. However, there is a catch. Let me ask this question, the statement that I made, and let me ask this question. Will AI replace human? Will AI replace human?
Yeah.
This is the human's ego to think
Yes, but
what I developed cannot replace me.
it can replace.
All this while, man has developed technology that cannot think on its own. It used to run on the directions given by man, including a computer. You put a computer code, it will run exactly the way you want the code to run. But now we are talking about a technology for the first time ever in human race, which can think as well as human. So can it replace? If we say no, is just our ego. How well it will replace, where all it will replace, that's the question. So I was in, I think this was in Bangalore. There was one CIA president who was the managing director of Volvo Motors. He was presenting something and he said, two things that will define the future of the world today for professionals. Number one is how well we can use technology. Number two, how well we collaborate with others. These are the two things, said by the Volvo managing director, also the former CIA president. So I was just trying to think, when we say collaborators, we have a tendency to think that another human being is a collaborator. Another institution is a collaborator. Now it's time for us to start thinking that technology is also our collaborator. When we start thinking that AI, forget it being competition, will it replace, will it do this, will it do, start thinking, how can I become a partner to AI, and how can I change my life, and how can I change the lives around me? I think that's the way we need to think going forward if we don't want this technology to eat us up. We'll move on. I have a lot of slides, so I'll not talk about every one of these, maybe bits and pieces of useful information here and the next slide, sir. Yeah, I said technology is what man has been known for. Move on, sir. Now here I want just 30 seconds. If you look at in 1400s, printing press was the first known major technology that has come up. People used to write books. If some king has ordered 100 copies of a book, several people used to sit down and write 100 copies. And then somebody said, you don't have to do this. There's a printing press. We will print 100 books just like that. That was a revolutionary technology for that day, right? But if you look at from printing press to next major technology, which is a telescope, there's a lot of technology in between, but I'm talking about the major ones. 250 years is the gap, right? Then from telescope to steam engine, 100 years gap, then 50 years gap, then 10 years, then 5 years. Now look at the curve in 2000 onwards, it's steep. That means every other year something started to come after 2000. Now, every other month, every other week, something is coming. This morning, I thought I'm going to show you some samples as well, but then there is a constraint of time. This morning, what I did is, in accounting, one of the areas where we can use technology effectively is extracting data. You get a physical copy of an invoice, and you need to enter some data from this invoice into your computer screens, right? So you have to put the date, purchase order number, value, quantity, product name, whatever. Da, 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 da. So there was, in the interim, there was a technology called OCR. What it does is scans the invoice. If the scanning is perfectly in order, it used to put those data into the respective fields. But generative AI that we all are used to now, ChatGPT, for example, you upload any invoice document. I uploaded one not so cleanly scanned document. And ChatGPT quickly, if I say extract all the major fields, it will quickly throw all the fields. I can simply copy paste from it. You have a PAN card with you, scan the PAN card, upload it on ChatGPT. It will tell you what are all the features, your date of birth, your name, your father's name, whatever all the data on the PAN card, it will quickly do. So generative AI, I do not know what all purposes you are using, has that capability today. But morning when I opened it, GPT has started to become YouTube, right? Do you want a premier version? It is saying. So, we have competition. So I opened DeepSeek, the Chinese product. Even though we don't like Chinese, we like their products, right? So I opened DeepSeek and it has done a phenomenal job. It has, extracted the biller details, the seller details all separately, quantities, rates, everything very neatly it has shown. I do not know how long they will do it for free, but as of today, DeepSeek was able to do that data extraction for. So we have not even got a hang of ChatGPT, and then there is DeepSeek. We haven't completely heard about DeepSeek, and Alibaba is saying, I have developed something better than DeepSeek. So things are changing real fast. That's one thing that I want you to know. Keep going forward. Further? Yeah, you can just keep moving 3 to 4 slides. Fundamentally, what we should remember is all these while technology has done something that man asked it to do. But this is the first time technology is doing something on its own. It's able to think on its own. That's why it's called artificial intelligence, right? It's intelligent. Have you heard of this gentleman, Yuval Noah Harari? Anybody? Yes, sir. Who is he? The writer of the book, not Homo sapiens, just Sapiens. Yeah, Sapiens. Thank you. Anybody read the book Sapiens? If you haven't read the book, you should read Sapiens. It changes the way you think about human life on this planet. And this guy, Yuval Noah Harari, is considered one of the smartest thinkers of the day. I know we all think about Elon Musk because he's in the entrepreneurship field. But Yuval Noah Harari is just thinking about human psychology, human behavior, and that sort of thing. He is giving one example about ChatGPT's most modern version. Apparently, somebody asked GPT to get some work done, okay, and it was not able to do that work, and it needed an assistant to get part of the work done. So it went on to a website which provides part-time workers to hire an assistant. But the challenge is, if you have to log into that website, it was asking for some image identification or whatever, right? The verification process. So you know what this thing has done? Because it cannot do image verification, it has hired a consultant online. The consultant has come online and tried to decode the image. The consultant apparently asked the question, who are you? Why are you asking me to do this? Can you not do? Apparently, ChatGPT told a lie also. He told a lie that I am a blind person and I cannot see images. If you don't believe me, search for this on YouTube. You all know Harari about AI. This is a revelation to most of us. We are only using it one nice tool. Today I want to do homework. Sir asked me to do a project work. We will type that. Give me a project on financial management in such and such area. It will give. But it has extraordinary capabilities that a common man is not able to imagine. So that is where we are in terms of intelligence. Do not by any chance underestimate this intelligence. All right, keep moving forward, sir. Yeah, if we ask a computer to drive cars, computer will end up with accidents, but different types of accidents instead. So we need really artificial intelligence which can think on its own, have sensors, have vision of the road, a lot of different pieces of the technology. Keep going forward, sir. I'll probably take 3 more minutes. Keep going forward. Yeah, we've talked about it further, please. Zip through it, sir. We can go very quick. Yeah, hold on here. I think this is something that we need to know. Narrow intelligence, general intelligence, and super intelligence. We may believe that the technologies that we are using are super intelligent, the GPT, DeepSeek, or whatever, they are nowhere close to being super intelligent. Right now, the super intelligent tools are being used by armies and navies of respective countries. It is still not being allowed for common man to use super intelligence tools. Okay? What we are using is AGI, human-like intelligence capable of doing some learning and reasoning. The first one also, see, intelligence of machine has started much ahead than what we recognize. Go to the next slide, sir. I'll show you some examples. Like Google Translate is an intelligent tool. It not only translates what you have asked now. See, I might have asked English to Telugu. How are you today? Somebody might have asked, how are you doing today? Both are different slightly in terms of question. So the translate has an ability to understand the nearness or not so nearness of both the sentences and adjusts itself for a future answer. So it is intelligent, but it is narrow intelligence. It is only limited to that part of handling a task. Keep going forward, sir. Grammarly, narrow intelligence. Keep going. Duolingo is a very good tool if you want to learn a new language. Again, narrow intelligence. Pep study if you want to do assessments. All are narrow intelligence examples. And this is what we are using the most part. Generative AI, which has capabilities of generating. Why is it called generative AI? Because it generates some output. Generally, 4 types of output. It can generate text, can generate images, can generate audio, and it can generate even videos today. For that matter, even GPT has an extension called DALI. I do not know if you have tried it. In DALI, you can create images, you can create videos, so on and so forth. And there are thousands of tools. We have to figure out which one is the right one for us. Keep going forward. These are the top 5 that I have personally used. My favorite is Perplexity. It's introduced by an Indian gentleman. Somehow I like Perplexity, just I think fascination for an Indian run company. ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and Bard are the most popular generative AI tools. Keep going forward. See, another thing to remember is AI is not equal to generative AI. Generative AI is a component of artificial intelligence. There are other aspects. For example, analytics is also AI. Analytics also involves thinking intelligent. Looking at past trend and predicting the future, predictive analytics, for example, needs intelligence. It doesn't work, that straightforward. So some tools that I have used, if you're a student, Power BI is a very good tool. I think you should all go through Power BI if you haven't already done. Who answer? Computer vision. I think this is where I want to spend a little bit of time. I used to work as a consultant for one US-based AI company. Unfortunately, they are out of cash and they are no longer in the business. But they developed an interesting tool based on computer vision. Computer vision also is AI. What that tool does is, once if you upload image of a human being, 4 or 5 images, let us say, it has an ability to match this image every time the human being is seen on a screen. I'll give an example. We sold this in one. We sold a product to one shopping mall in US. For example, if a child is lost in a shopping mall, our famous Forum Mall in Hyderabad, a child is lost. Okay, how much time does it take for us to go and get hold of the child? 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Sometimes WhatsApp forwards already start coming by then. This child is missing at Forum Mall this morning, 10:30 AM if anybody found. That will go for another 20 days. By the time child must have already reached home, right? So the way this technology works is, the entire mall has CC cameras, right? CC camera captures all human images. Yeah. Once we implement this AI, computer vision based AI tool, what can happen is, a parent who's lost the child can just send a soft copy of image of the child. Once we plot the image in the system, what it does is, it does a plotting of where all this image has been seen in the last 30 minutes. Floor number 1, floor number 3, floor number 5, here, there, parking mall, all in 5 seconds it will show. Now you know where was the last the child was seen. In seconds it happens. We built another tool. I think this was the last project and then the company was closed. In a particular factory, they are making some product that is used in nuclear technology, which means, naturally I can't tell the name of the company, which means everything there is confidential. To the extent that people were not allowed to move from one spot or one room to the other room. Yeah, you cannot just move. But the company followed a principle: I will not lock the doors. People are allowed to move, but not allowed to move. Physically, they can go, but in their mind, they are told you are not supposed to go. So they asked us design a tool that was help us stop this. So what computer vision can do is, you can upload an image of all the employees. Yeah. First thing, there is no attendance tracker required. As soon as the person steps into the office, based on the eyes, right? Immediately attendance gets ticked. 9:15, this gentleman has entered into the building. Now then we create virtual boundaries for every employee. Virtual boundaries, which means on the screen I will put, this part is where he is supposed to work and he cannot move. The minute he crosses that, an alarm starts coming up to the security. And this guy can go, and we've implemented this. It's not a joke. Yeah. And the security guy can go and say, sir, your virtual boundary is this. You have crossed the virtual. Extraordinary capability computer vision is. And then I didn't develop. Don't laugh. I didn't develop. So many scientists are working on developing this. Point is, such technology is currently used only in defense, navy, all these nuclear technologies and all, etc. Keep moving, sir. One more, yeah. Probably what I talked about. NLP is another thing. See, when Siri, or you all remember Siri? Forgot her already? Siri do this, Siri do that, and it used to do tasks for us. At least it used to open YouTube and play a song for us. Only problem is, sometimes we wanted to say something English, but it was playing some Telugu song. Because our English was so Teluguish. Right? So that was the problem. What NLP tools do is, they are also intelligent tools. If 10 Telugu people start speaking in English, now it is adjusting its language. It now knows Telugu guys speaking English, so I need to understand this word as this. Yeah, because all of us cannot suddenly start speaking like American, right? Hey Sri, come on, let me do this for you. No, I can't. I have to speak like who I am all the time. So we can't all be mimicry artists the whole day. So NLPs are technologies that intelligently recognize human voices and start adjusting by geography, who it is, and how things work. Keep moving, sir. Maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and I'll wrap it up. What all technologies used? Not an issue. Keep going. AI in accounting. There are 3 areas. I'll just probably stop after this. Next one, sir. One is automation of data entry. There's a lot of manual stuff that we do. I think that can be automated using AI. Invoice processing, reconciliations. These are the 3 broad areas. I don't want to speak a lot about this. I'm sure some of you are making presentations on all of these. These are some areas, maybe some tools. Next one, sir. These are some tools that you can explore. I have explored Zero. I have tried Sage a little bit. Blackline is an extraordinary tool, especially for automations and reconciliation, but it's expensive. I think per license is very expensive. So I'll take a pause here. Can I take 2 more? So AI is not generative AI alone. There's natural language processing, computer vision, smarter AIs, advanced AI, whatever you call it. So there's a lot more to this. Now, as accounting professionals, we have to figure out how do we use this. In accounting, what computer vision we can use, I do not know yet. Maybe we'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I'll take a pause. You have any questions on whatever I said, sir? You can keep flipping until the last slide. If something interesting comes, I'll ask you to stop there. Any questions for me? Sir, go back a little bit, sir. Yeah, I think this is also a good one. Yeah. See, this slide I particularly put it up just for us to relate to what we know and the possibility. AI is currently used in the banking industry significantly, and we may have already experienced some of this. I'll give an example. Right now, I'm standing in Badruka. It's about 12:15. I'm in Hyderabad, Kachiguda area, 12:15. Okay. I'll go out of this place and swipe my card. Okay. And let's say within half an hour's time, I swipe my card again in New Delhi. Is it possible? No, right? In the old world, in the banking system, this, what is supposed to be a fraudulent transaction, would get detected in 72 hours. By which time the guy is already taken your money and is gone. And most of the times in banking fraud, there are 2 famous countries. One is called the Philippines, which is on our right hand side. There's another African country. Any guesses? Nigeria. These are the 2 famous countries which produce extraordinary minds in banking fraud. So by the time you realize, the money was off. So what AI is doing today, it is intelligently and suggesting any potential fraud. For example, this is a simple example. I'm in Hyderabad. In 30 minutes, I swipe in Delhi. It will ask that question: how far is Delhi and Hyderabad? Is it possible for him to reach? I can't get into the airport in 30 minutes. Forget about get to the other place, right? So it will alert. And nowadays, your credit card alerts, they give you a call. You're aware of that, right? They give you a call. Are you the one who's making this? So, for example, Vijay Kiran is a modest, humble guy. Every day he's swiping 1,000 rupees, 500 rupees here and there. Suddenly, my wife said, I want to buy gold, and I swipe 1 lakh rupees, 3 lakh rupees. Immediately, you will get a call. Why? It is reading the history of Vijay Kiran and saying, this middle class man suddenly swiping 3 lakhs. Something not right here. Right? Let us say Ram Charan Tej, movie star is. He may be swiping 3 lakhs every other day. When he swipes 5 lakhs, AI will care a damn about it. इसके पास पैसे है. So that is the difference between computer and AI. What computer does is you have to give it a code. Anybody swipes beyond 50,000, give an alert. Anybody swipes 5 lakh to 10 lakh, send a police. But AI doesn't do that. Depending on who you are, it is giving an alert. That is the intelligence of the alerts. So that happens in credit card fraud, high value transaction, location based anomalies. This already is happening. Now, what I'm saying is just try to replicate the same concept in accounting. Invoice frauds can be identified, duplicate invoices. A very popular way of doing fraud in companies is I submit the same bill 2 times and extract the money. By the time the year ends, by the time auditors check, if I am unfortunate only, I'll get caught. Oh, 2 సార్లు submit చేశానా సార్ మర్చిపోయాను I can say. Right? This is what they do. Oh, sorry sir, I forgot and I submitted again. So I will pay the money back to the customer. What AI does the minute you send the second invoice, it's giving an alert. This invoice already sits in my system. Right? So that is the replication, fake supplier IDs. Some companies end up creating fake suppliers. That supplier never existed. But I have created an account, created a bank account, started giving purchase orders and started sending money also. Where is the supplier? Nowhere else. Right? I have personally audited one large educational institution which has done this interesting fraud. Right? Ghost employees. The employee never existed. Had there been AI vision, we could have told where is the employee? I can't find him. Right? But ghost employees, overtime claims, expense frauds, yeah, inflated expenses. See, I remember being an accounting professional, I think it was year 2006, 2007. One of our marketing staff, he has submitted a train bill from Hyderabad to Delhi, Hazrat Nizamuddin Express. Yeah, that's what I remember. So he submitted 18th, he is traveling from Hyderabad, 5:30 a.m. train, he will reach 19th. Okay, but 18th night, unfortunately, he submitted one lodging bill somewhere in between. He got his dates wrong. He collected bills from every place, but he got his dates wrong. Fortunately, I was able to identify. You are traveling Hyderabad to Delhi. Before you reach Delhi, you are already in the lodge. Right? So that, luckily, I was able to identify. Not because I was intelligent, not because of whatever. Because thousands of transactions move, identifying one is difficult. AI can do that pretty straightforward. It can do that, anomalies identification, and it will very quickly give you an alert. Yeah, procurement frauds, identifying some kickbacks, some split purchases, so on and so forth. What some companies tend to do is managing director has to approve if the bill is beyond 5 lakhs. They'll simply make 2.5 lakhs 2 transactions and process it. What this tool can do, it will tell this together they are forming 5 lakhs. Do you want to still review this? It doesn't go and penalize. Do you want to review this? That's how alerts can be set up in this. These are just some examples and it just goes on. One thing I want you all to try is banking has already done it significantly. Very easy to pick up an idea from here and replicate. Yeah. Next one, sir. Next one. Yeah, Power BI, I suggested NPlan and Tririga, not for you students, but professionals can consider this. Keep moving. Keep moving, sir. Will AI replace human? Yeah, keep moving. Keep moving. It can be your friend, right? See, this is one thing that I want you to remember. Just keeping our egos aside. This guy we all know. Who is he? Credential?
Tesla.
Tesla, only Tesla?
He was founder of
PayPal.
PayPal.
Huh?
He was founder of PayPal.
PayPal, he was founder of PayPal when he was of your age and he minted money from that. Then Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralinks, X, and the list goes on. Unimaginable innovation of this century is what this man is known for. Not just imagining, but ability to execute. Said differently, one of the smartest guys on this planet. Right? In fact, I think you should Google this up. I can't remember the name. There's one farmer in the United States who has an IQ of 190. Theoretically, he is the smartest man on the planet, but he is doing farming. You should Google and find out more. Look what Elon Musk says. AI is far more dangerous than nuke. If this man believes that it is dangerous, we should all also believe that it is dangerous. There's no reason for us to have a different opinion. Yeah. Keep moving, sir. Further, I think we talked about all of these further. Yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe I'll just take 1 minute any questions and 2 minutes some general talk. Any questions for me? You can go up to the last slide, sir. So just in case we did, yeah. Couple of tools, rapid minor, you can explore. Questions for me? Students, you are expected to ask questions apparently. Since using GPT. Machine language is one component of machine learning. You might, yeah. Machine learning is one component of AI. It's machine's ability to learn. So, for example, I started from Kukatpalli to come here. I was on the phone call, and instead of taking left in the LD Stadium road, I took left on the low road adjacent to it, which will take you to Birla Mandir, right? I just took that adjacent road by chance because it was saying 50 meters turn left. That's all. I was just following it. The only woman I listened, apart from my wife, is that Google Mata. So I took left immediately. Then I realized, oh, I got into this. Luckily, human intelligence also played. So I said, okay, I'll take a U-turn. You know what the system did? It was asking me, you are taking a U-turn even though there is a route this way. Is it because this lane is closed? It is asking me a question. Is the lane closed? If I say yes, it is now going to tell the next person who is coming here that there is a lane closure. Better avoid this road. See, this is machine learning on its own based on the data it is being provided. This is all machine learning is simple. The more it learns based on the data, that data can be used intelligently. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. This is it, a simple way. Yeah? This, sorry, you can ask any. So, since we are all accounting professionals, yeah. See, we have to accept the fact that we are not going to design these systems unless you want to change your career, become a scientist, AI scientist or whatever. We are not going to design these systems. We can perhaps in accounting provide functional knowledge like SAP FICO. You are not implementing SAP. You are only telling how to design a system suitable for finance and costing, finance and controlling. So applications. We are more, application here. So I do not suggest that you quickly jump into Python, learn coding. If you have to learn coding, why did you get into commerce? Yeah. Somebody will tell you the most possible. I run a company called MentorMe. Our fundamental principle is you should get into a profession or career that is most passionate to you. Else, always we see 72%. Do not select it because it is most popular. Select it if it is suitable to you in the field that you are in currently. Yeah. And also think about whether you love to work in that area. If Python is your passion, absolutely yes. Forget commerce, get into Python, get into coding. That's the basic level of coding you get. Python, R programming, both of them are really good at the basic level. Then you start getting into advanced coding opportunities. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah. 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 So again, the same answer holds good. we are not going to create the engines required for data analytics. Data analytics needs two major skills: statistics, programming. Did you learn either of them? To a certain extent, statistics. That also have mean, median, mode, right? Whatever, some basic stuff that we learned. So if you are really good at statistics and if you are really good at programming, then data analytics is your cup of coffee. What we can use the component of data analytics is visualization tools. Most accountants, accounting professionals, management professionals are expected to generate a lot of reports for management. So how do you make a report effective for management is visualization, which is where you have tools like Tableau, Enprint, Power BI, so on and so forth. See, if you do not, it's very simple. Virat Kohli made a century. If I tell you he had 30 dot balls, 5 singles, twos, 4 fours, 5 sixes, will you remember this? May not. However, there's something called wagon wheel they show. When you watch the cricket match, they show a wagon wheel. They'll put a ground image and then show dot balls, just the ball image there, singles, white color image, twos, orange color image, or whatever. And then if it is a 6, he will show a curve. That means the ball has flown over the. It's easy for you to remember it. When you're presenting data, you should remember two things for management data presentation. Should be easy to understand. Never assume that management is the smartest. Okay. They have made their negotiation and come up to that level sometimes. Right? Not necessarily always the smartest person runs the company. It's a mix of various skills that will take you to the top management. I'm just icing out my own statement. So it means that you should have the ability to make it easy for them to understand. Yeah. Then the second thing is what they understand, they should remember it for longer. Can they remember a visual longer or will they remember a table longer? That is visualization. The visualization component of analytics is an extraordinary area for us to focus. Power BI is your tool rather than Python. Tableau is your tool, it's expensive, $1,000, $80,000. So Power BI comes cheaper. Focus on that rather than focusing on something else. So
That purpose is really being served. We have two things: audience, as you know, students, and also the teachers who are in the accounting field. So, two questions. Number one is you have already answered to some extent. Students doing their undergraduation are undermining the commerce subject, especially the accounting, and trying to be with all computer-based gadgets, etc. So, how it will affect their jobs? That's number one. Number two, that means how the basic accounting principles and which they should learn, that you may speak about 1 minute.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Something comes from your mouth will have impact on the students.
Certainly.
The second one is about the teachers. Teachers who are not accustomed to the modern technology. What do you advise them to get equipped? In which field of artificial intelligence you want them to get? Because as you know, the students are good in technology and teachers are other way around. Thank you.
I don't believe that students are good with the technology, by the way. Just because my son operates the TV remote control, it doesn't make him smarter. I don't know how to move something on my TV, I give it to my son. He changes it. My mother, his granny, is a very smart. So this is what you told me, and I never became a rocket scientist. I'm an accountant, right? So do not, quickly interpret based on use of tools. Sir, I don't believe that using gadgets automatically makes them smarter. It's making them lazier, that's for sure. So any field of your career, the fundamentals will always play an important role. Let me explain accounting. If you join a company, you process journal entries. No, you don't process journal entries. Transactions automatically get triggered based on certain events happening or certain activity happening in the company. Goods are received, goods received note is generated, automatically liability is booked, and you make a payment at some day, then the transaction automatically clears. So you're not sitting in an ERP world, I'm saying, and small companies are also using Tally or Zoho. That is also ERP. So you are not doing accounting, correct? Which means you will never have to, use journals, ledgers, moving ledgers to P&L, moving it to balance sheet. That doesn't happen. Transaction happens already reflecting in P&L and balance sheet. You will only sit down and resolve when it is a reconciliation item. Okay? Now the question is, then why am I saying the fundamentals are important? Our roles have gone beyond processing transactions. Our roles are more consultative today. Really, an accountant, smart, good, professional accountant is required when they have to design the system, not when you are operating it on a day-to-day. Once you design a smart system, go to small companies. Who is operating Tally? That fellow may be 10th standard person, 12th standard person. Administration and these questions are because the company cannot spend more money than that. That means if that 10th class guy can do it, our need is not. So where our need comes is when you are designing systems, when you are setting up new accounting systems. There the story will come back to basic only. There the debit the receiver, credit the giver, debit what comes in, credit what goes out has to be understood. Cost centers, investment centers, profit centers, how they have to be structured has to be understood. Accounting hierarchy, what comes in balance sheet, what comes, because you are setting it up. If you put a fixed asset in P&L for the whole year, it will show like that. That is where your fundamentals will play. Any career, remember, technology is making things easier for you. That means your role from transaction is moving to consultative. When you are consultative, it will come back to basics. This is the simple cycle of why we have to focus on basics. Fair enough, sir? There is a second part to the question. Teach us what we should focus on. I'll tell you a small trick, teachers. Try this thing. We spend a lot of time designing content. We spend a lot of time evaluating a lot of answer sheets. Okay. There are technologies, I'll not tell the names because the students also will go the same places. There are technologies where you can upload all the answer sheets and ask it to evaluate. It will evaluate in seconds. Now you sit down and do a qualitative review of whatever comes. Because technology can go wrong. Sometimes you can override it where it can go wrong. You have to design a content. In the past, you used to go to Google, you download this, download that, then mix back and here, like our PPTs. Most of them are that only, Google from here, Google from there, will comes our PPT. Then you will come and think we are a smart content developer. All Google. You don't have to spend a lot of time building content. Most generative AI tools do extraordinary job of generating. Where the generative AI that is accessible to us is not good today is research work. That's where our role becomes critical. If you get all of these things done quicker, spend time, sit down and actually researching on, whatever is your favorite area, whether it is your PhD area or otherwise. I think research has a lot of scope, which also some tools are doing, but I think we still have a lot of opportunity. All right. Thank you all for listening.
Sir, for such an enriching and wonderful keynote address. Your words are surely going to inspire many of us to think in a new and creative way. We will now proceed with the paper presentations. I request the Chairman, sir, to please take over the session.
We have 15 papers which was presented earlier. submitted earlier. Now these people will be called up for the presentation here. So can I call up Professor Surya in accounting?
Vacant లేదా buddy? Bharat sir, seat vacant లేదా?
I think across that time zone, because should I say good morning, good afternoon? I don't have the problem. Good afternoon. We've been traveling so much in the last 2 months, back to back visits to Pune, all international conferences, flagship events. Then Delhi, so global library summit again, 2-day international conference, Shivajivani, 2 days CBIT, hardly there is a gap in between. And people were telling me, Suryanarayana, why did you go to the second slide? You're getting stuck at the very first slide, happening again and again. So I don't want to use the PPTs. Not that I want to, with arrogance, say to one and all, PPTs are prepared by those people who have neither power in them nor a point to make. No. Now we want to say, I'm coming on to the stage and talk to you from the podium. Exalted, elevated position, absolutely not. It is not my forte, it's not my strength, neither the accounting nor the finance area. Coincidentally, my uncle, I belong to the first ever entrance batch, of which Achalapati was the topper in 1983. And then, not by chance, but by chance. Not by design, by default. My PhD was also in finance, but I moved away from both accounting and finance and went finance. All activities, depreciation, admiration, awards, all in other areas. The only reason I'm here today with you is with a selfish motive. I strongly believe in one thing. One of the easiest, surest, quickest ways of learning something new, a new synonym, a new actually, a new phrase, a new perspective, new insight, a concept, a model, a framework, an analogy, an example, like the more is sit through. Don't make it a presentation, not needed. Just be there, okay, and sit through attentively listening, not marginal, superficial, peripheral, cosmetic, or intermittent listening, continuous listening, you pass projective listening, empathic listening, because I believe L, lifelong learning for the liking for, love for. Because 21st century illiterates are those, as Arvind Foster has said, and those, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be called as an illiterate because I want to unlearn and read. Okay, so that's like that. Those people who cannot learn first, unlearn this, then relearn, you are confused immediately. And one more thing is, when I was doing my BCom here, 76, 50 years ago, 50, this building was not there. It was there. I only want to be here to bask in the glory that Badr College had continues to have till day. It's a meta of college education with 150 world medals, university toppers, used to come from. Having come to Hyderabad in 69, school topper, 17, immediately intermediate topper, but here the calculate this is disaster. I belong to 73, 76, a single percentage. Result was there and the calculate did not. I would not get that whatever the top honors. It's very intensive content. I don't all the examinations. I became the college topper and this in the process. That's it. I did my first master's, my second master's, MPhil, PhD, all those things. But what they want to say is, the only reason I was doing my second language was the Sanskrit, 73, 74, 74, 75, emergency, yeah? And then I ended up at the university top on 1991. I mean, 191, 192, 200 marks, university record. I studied Raghuvansh 73, 74, 74, 75. at the time, he says, Pasudi Prabhavam Saha, that's Alpamishyamati, Titishustaram Mohadukai Nasmisam. Adi Baba, where is our Pansha? What am I? Where am I? I'm a small intellect like that here. All these drawings are there. A galaxy of distinct speakers. You get professors when they're talking in the morning. It's a learning curve for me. That's it. And with a selfish motive, I must have made several learning curves. I could not become a costume and join the breed of costume professionals, but have the proud privilege of representing Hyderabad for you. Who are you? 1977, 1978, 20th All India Conference. I don't know, 60th must be going on now, 60. That first up shooting, I was there 3 nights, 3 days, with our sponsor by Hyderabad. 70 once again, I was representing Muritu, and that's why Muritu inspired me not to give a lecture. We started for 10. 21st All India Conference, that was Great Eastern Hotel, first ever visit to Calcutta, first ever visit to Mumbai, and so on, I didn't say Mumbai, but that's it. Again, I had the opportunity to meet people in SSV. So that was rubbing the shoulders with them with this. So that I gave I did not give you a try. I wanted to try it. So that was it. But I was taking classes with the I was taking classes with company secretaries and to division that implemented all the graduates of company secretaries. After that, they do not move forward and do some training program. That's how indirectly. So, though I'm involved in 3 people, that indirectly, but about the possibility, details, let me speak something about the overall page. I'm going it's found in the book in volume. The community of the teachers, researchers, and the teachers and faculty and industry professionals. I told you, accounting, finance, landscape of tomorrow. This is one more thing. Looking at this, I'm Professor Modi for decades. I became a professor in 1998. Even if I become a professor without being professional, professorial, I don't want to get like that. Now, let me say that there are 2 guys. One person's name is Rosenfield, the other person's name is Bell. These are all consultants, as they say, consultants for the 40 different companies. They say only one thing: it's a message for you. I'm guilty of violating Henry Fayon's principles of management, 14 principles, order, human order, social order, and people order. If I can use it, make it order. A round like in a round hole, square like in a square hole. And the square like in a about economic finance. But here, what is it that I was telling you that does the same thing? Each time I come to the group college, I want to give something back. In the last semester or the last 2 years, with monotonous regularity, first ever, I'm taking at least one class and taking all your programs. So that's it. There's some satisfaction. That's one advantage. One more thing is reading all the things. See, which are the platforms I can meet my own, a decade. And then mobilities are all these people, is the Kansas, the Bobby. Tell me your geography. I will tell you your history. I say I'm working for I'm going to. So that's tell me your altitude. I tell you the altitude to which you can go. So now you can see. So what altitude that I can go only because of the altitude that I've got. That which the wrong now. The camera, each time I come to the conversation, meeting all these people, that's he going to give you. That's another thing. That's again. Lots and lots of this money that people in Facebook and say no. Spend here for 1 full day, chill through. You become a different person altogether. That's what it is. This is it. I will also talk micromanage. This is how it is. What I need to say is one word that you find AI everywhere. Only little program that I need to learn is whenever you do say, I can go good, say, I can go good, that's probably. But 30 years ago, question mark, you said, hey, at UI, you're always come back like this. You get the insurance, something like that. One more thing is an intersection. You never say area case case. When you go and pause, area, for all the any that's fine. Speak up, speak up. That's suppose. So, as though one is going to supplant that supplement that.
So can I talk about Professor Ashutosh Ishma? It's a case study limited to the fund, only not to sit and present because of 5 minutes. Anybody mentioned? Telki Srinivas Yadav, serial number 4.
Shriram search kar. CH. CH. Srinivas. Cannot be.
Srinivas Patmakar.
सर मंगाऊं
हाँ
कैसे
व्हाट्सएप डालो बोलो बोलो श्रीराम श्रीराम अरे
Fine, it's okay. I'll without the PPTs, I'll just go through the entire my research area where I've done some little bit research on the marketing research. That is application of artificial intelligence in life insurance sector using marketing mix framework, a case study approach. Now, if you look at the insurance sector, it is very competitive and very cost sensitive in nature because post now post COVID also you see that many people are opting for life insurance and health insurance as a very important thing. So they are very cost sensitive, and how do you reduce the cost? That is their strategy. And the AI is playing a very significant role in cutting down the cost. I've taken up the 7 P's of the marketing, what you have studied in your marketing subject. Many of you people would have studied in BBA as a part of marketing. If the same thing is applied in life insurance sector, where the insurance companies are using InsurTech. Insurance companies are using InsurTech. They are now including the fintech also for making the payment. So now they are using both technologies together, and AI is a platform to integrate these two technologies. This is one is happening there. And the 7 P's of marketing, I'll just quickly run through the 7 P's of marketing, how it is impacting the insurance sector, life insurance sector. The first P coming to the product. Now, artificial intelligence is able to design the product for the customer immediately. For example, you enter the data saying that your family members, so many family members are there, age is so and so, and you give all the details in no time, in real time. You can see that this is your premium. You add one radar to that, automatically the price will fluctuate. Price will come down. It will automatically design a customized product for you, and AI plays a very significant role. You can see the web aggregators. Now you can see there are so many web aggregators will compare immediately the products and features, and prices also will be immediately given to you. In no time, this happens in a fraction of seconds. This is the product. Yes, I'll just go to that. Price, place, distribution channel in social media is a big distribution channel for them. So, and the agents, in the past only agents were doing, but the web aggregator is playing a very significant role, and they're guiding you to take up the policy. Next is coming to the promotional activities. Social media plays very, very vital role in promoting their products. And now the agents also should get updated with the technology. Otherwise, they are going to they are going to lose their bread. So this and your role in future is that students can take up the life insurance or the general insurance agents, and you are going to be a big competitor and threat for the current agents, because these agents are outdated. They don't know how to use technology. If you are well versed how to use technology and social media platform, you can earn a lot of social media. You can make a lot of income. And in life insurance or insurance sector, there is going to be your role is going to be a bigger role. Next is thank you very much. I would like to say that conclude the topic saying that AI is going to be an opportunity. It is not going to be a threat. That is what I meant to say. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your patient hearing.
Is there online? Waiting on the one. Sir, ask for this call with the person now. Are you heard?
Farhat.
Can you change the speed to? Please speak out. However, sound is not really. Very less. Please speak out loud. Or your device, you can set it out. Yeah, now it's better. Now it's better. So maybe Findings are important solutions. Mr. Pari, can you look at important findings and suggestions what you find in your paper? Because of time limit, please. Mr. Pari, is my voice audible? Yeah, please confine time restriction, please follow the time. Can you go for last findings, anything? Fine, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. We'll go on to next. Yeah, Rabia Musa Begum. Is she there? Fine, Rabia Musa Begum. And Fatima Nisa Begum and Nalini. AI-driven innovations in fraud detection and prevention of modern accounting. Please. Start now. You please complete within the time limit. Just now it was sent in the email ID. Can you introduce yourself? Yeah, can you introduce yourself and start something so that it will be open? Yeah, please.
Innovation in fraud detection and prevention of modern accounting. As fraud become more sophisticated, traditional methods struggle to keep up. AI provides a revolutionary solution by using advanced algorithms and machine learning to analyze vast amount of data in real time, detecting patterns and anomalies that indicate fraud. Let's explore how AI is transforming fraud prevention in accounting. Our study. Accounting fraud is a growing concept of business, government, and individuals. According to Association of Certified Fraud Examination (ICFE), Organization use approximately 5% of their annual revenues to fraud, accounting for trillions of dollars worldwide. Beyond monetary losses, fraud damages reputations, legal consequences, and erodes stakeholder trust. Major scandals like Iran and WorldCom highlight the severe fraudulent activity. This study focuses on AI work in tackling the strategies effectively. Our study mainly focused on these objectives to know about the data security, to know the various techniques of preventing fraud through AI, to examine the speed of improving fraud detection through AI, to understand human errors can be reduced. Need of study. The need for AI is fraud detection arises from the increasing complexity of financial fraud and the limitation of traditional protection methods. Where it enables real-time analysis of large data sets using techniques like machine learning, anomaly detection, and natural language processing (NLP). This helps in detecting hidden fraud patterns, ensuring data security, and predicting risk from escalate. We have learned about many techniques of AI through which we can detect and prevent the frauds which are done through AI. Types of techniques in AI, where machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that enables systems to learn and improve from data without explicit programs. It is subdivided into two parts: supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is all about the labeled data, frauds, and unsupervised learning considered under the unlabeled data frauds. Auditing. When we come to auditing, coming from a commerce background, we have to
Login add just for email address. Add email address. Add me. Seminar it gives particular seminar I can download this capital B.
as we all are from commerce background, we all know about the auditing. Whereas coming to traditional field, traditional auditing depends upon the sampling, issue analysis and all. But when we come to AI techniques, it depends on the delicate continuous
కనెక్ట్ చేయండి మొబైల్ వాట్సాప్ చేయడానికి
artificial forms. Coming on to natural language processing, and also has said about it to us. When we mix NLP plus DM, data mining, sort the issue of vast
భద్రకాలం ఎవరు పోతుందో
తర్వాత
బ్యాక్ ఎట్లా నాకు సంధ్య నాది అభియాన సమాధానం పాన్ సెండ్ మెసేజ్ ఇన్ ద భద్రక
by saying that how beneficial
पासवर्ड एक बार बोलो
detection and protection is not about the presence now. Our study is mainly focusing about the
కనెక్ట్ చేయడానికి రాదా ప్లగ్ పెట్టి అక్కడ సిస్టమ్
Number one.
Going to online presentation, I can call upon Arthur D.P. Joseph Abraham. Going to present AI and educational technology. If anything, of course, you can come and finish up, we can. And we can call upon online Akshaya Meenakshi, be ready. Tirumurthy, you keep checking out online after this.
On the new introduced package area.
Why just now? You might have said.
We said before it will be easier to find, so. Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will be speaking on the relevance of AI in education. The author of this topic is the mathematician, myself, Dr. Singh, and the co-authors who are myself, Sean Abraham, and Hannah Yusuf. Firstly, I'll be speaking about the study. The aim of the study is to find the influence of AI in modern day education. And this evaluation is made based on the professional journals, articles, and conferences. First, let me give you an introduction and tell you how exactly we can implement AI in education. If we wish to implement AI in education, we must make sure have must make sure you're implementing is used in education. I'll stick to the findings. AI is revolutionizing education by giving a central way to meeting learning needs. It offers courses which ranges from various difficulty level and it understands students' preferences and educators' preferences. And it has systems which generate data by understanding the learning and teaching process. They deliver quality. They deliver quality content which makes the process much easier and measurable. AI systems foster students' imagination, creativity, and focuses on innovation and career development rather than just a comprehensive study.
How are you going to control?
Conclusion, AI in education enables personalized learning. It has adaptive systems which adapt to students' needs based on their suggestions. And with the help of its advanced teaching tools, it helps in easier learning. Engagement and motivation to students, and it provides learning outcomes by adjusting content and supporting individual needs. AI also has automated assessments and grading systems, which help students in getting quick feedback and promote accessibility. So this is the last slide, sir. It facilitates global and cross-cultural learning and encourages lifelong learning by implementing resources relevant to our course. However, ethical consideration are to be considered because it also has data privacy and availability of AI to activate. Thank you.
As I've already mentioned, Akshaya Meenakshi is she there or not? Yes. Yeah. Tirumurti, both are the paper authors who is going to deliver on the role of artificial intelligence in enhancing the employee modes. Our start, Meenakshi. Not heard. Your voice is not heard. Yeah, again, it's good. It's good. You can speak out now. Please come to nearer to the computer and the voice recognizer. And come on, speak out. You speak out, we'll get you. Please. Yes, you can continue. Yes. Yeah, please conclude. Please conclude. Right. The time is up. Okay. Right. Right. Please stop presenting. Please stop presenting. We go on to the offline. Srilanka Yogita Sai is available. Yeah, Pravalika. Role of artificial intelligence in accounting. Yogita Sai, Pravalika. And please, size. Presented it only syllabus.
This is Yogica Sai, student of Mathematics College. I'm studying degree. Presentation topic on roles of AI in accounting. I start with introduction. Artificial intelligence refers to simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think, learn, and solve problems in a way that minimize the human contributive functions. And human artificial engineering needs human intelligence for the functions like recognition of speech, understanding natural language. For example, our own language Telugu. The evolution of AI in accounting. In early stages, the layman used to have bookkeeping for accounts. As far as they after the decades, they used MS Excel for it for recording transaction in Excel sheet, and then we have optical recognition in 1980s, which made accountants easy for data entry. And we have artificial neural networks used for financial forecasting. Time accounting. Automation of routine and time-consuming tasks is save time and reduce error and boost overall productivity and efficiency. Covered tools like workflow automation tasks, operating process can enhance decision making. Forecasting and rate analysis is used for historical data, predict future trends, and improve decision making and planning. Enhancing audit process through automation, AI, and data analysis improves accuracy, efficiency, and reduce the competence. Savings efficient gains, which is a main part of accounting, and increase time satisfaction. Without any time satisfaction, you can't go further. Elimination of repetitive tasks. With AI, we can easily do tasks for accounting and improve financial performance. Estimation provide predictable outcomes for all users. Transparency. And accounting. It centers for reduction and predictive analysis. We come through by investigators all through channels like data privacy and data. Strategic insights for future.
Gopal, Samba Shelini, Beats listening. On the dais and all that. I am here to speak on the revolutionary impact of AI in finance and that was the topic in last time. But here it is on accounting. Let me tell you in brief. The first most thing is the myth is artificial intelligence will eat away the jobs. That is the myth of the people, which can be removed with few examples. See the history. When we are doing manual accounting, then the great Rajiv Gandhi PM, late Rajiv Gandhi PM, has introduced computers to us. Always our nature is to remote. That is what we did. Then it was implemented, and that paved the way for many people to get good jobs in US and globe. That is the same thing if you look at artificial intelligence. This also is not a scare, but it will enhance your life and job opportunities rather than decreasing it. That's the one thing history. Coming to artificial intelligence, it is having a very pivotal role in accounting and finance because it is doing automations through machine learning and machine reactions. That means human is not involved, the system language is involved. Number one. Number two, robotic processing, blockchain system, where blockchain system, this is lecturization is done according to the machines and interaction with the real issues. Therefore, these are all contributing to three things: minimizing human errors, avoiding complications,
and detecting frauds and avoiding frauds, which is very vital for accounting and finance. That should be the threshold. That's why artificial intelligence significantly contributes to these areas. Therefore, I would like to suggest three things for the students and the people. That is, artificial intelligence should be taken forward by learning things which are essential for our involvement in artificial intelligence, like machine learning process, robot processing technology, and so on and so forth. And the last very important thing is there are what we call negatives of artificial intelligence also. That is, it may have a cyber crimes, which is to be addressed by regulatory framework, and it may eat away jobs those who are lazy, those who don't want to learn and advance forward. So they should be scared of jobs, not people who can learn and go forward like we did in 1980s. Thank you.
So I can call upon C. Malay. Artificial intelligence in e-commerce, development stages, balancing emerging trends.
Good afternoon all. My name is C. Malay from Research Scholar. My doctorate basically on artificial intelligence in e-commerce, fraud detection and prevention, strategies, challenges, and so how many of you know Etsy shopping? Etsy shopping. How many of you know Amazon? Etsy is the best competitor of Amazon. So this is what we give more importance to when it comes to the fraud detection and prevention. So that is what the challenges with the sellers everyone are facing in today's world. So my topic is basically on what strategies they base. Next slide. So the growth of e-commerce, how it is there in today's world. Get ready for shopping in 10 minutes. Because Zepto says that is the code which they give every time. Because this is how we are involved in e-commerce today's world. That we have been changed to e-commerce to Q-commerce. So that is the expectations from the people. So my objectives is basically based on how the detection and prevention is done and how it is limited associated to improve the AI fraud reduction and how the technology in commerce which has been there for the fraud prevention. Please next slide. So the research gap is we are based only on the realistic case studies. So we are giving only the theoretical background, but many of us still use the biometric option when it comes to iPhone or when it comes to our phone for giving the automatic prevention for the OTP. So this is what we just try to detect in a real time. And the next research gap speaks about how the tactics features come when it comes to the blockchain. And the next one speaks about what are the other integration of the other technologies. Please next slide. So coming to the data analysis and interpretation, the sample size was 100 and it is limited to Hyderabad. And I have used regression analysis to identification of fraudulent patterns, that is the machine learning models. And comes the bias analysis where we'll be using demographic variables. And coming to the emerging trends, I have used the AI-based process diagram for the preventions. And come to the next. So coming to the first one, that is the identification of fraudulent. There I have just understood that using the neutral networks, we are able to detect that when it comes to the decision making, we are giving more importance. So that speaks about the first decision. And coming to the bias decision, in bias decision, we understood that when it comes to the age group of 18 to 25, they give more importance to e-commerce shopping. So coming to the above age of 45, I'm really sorry to say, but when they are not so much into it completely, still they are coming to the mid age of old school as well as when it comes to the technology adapting. And coming to the next one, that is the trends which is there in your process. So it's just a diagram. So the process says that either you're going to accept and take it forward or you're just going to come back. Many of us will just add to the cart. But again, AI tried to say you please do shop this product again and again. So that fraudulent do create. So how to prevent that from your bank details and create a payment secure, that speaks about the topic. And coming to my findings.
Please continue.
Yeah. So coming to the conclusion, using fraudulent transactions provide the business, which is the most important. And coming to the blockchain and biometric, enhance the security and adapting, evolving the fraud tactics while addressing the challenges makes the privacy concern, which is very important. And I would like to recommend only one thing. Whenever we are human, we always try to make sure that our payments are secure. But already the data is given by us already. Remember that, okay? Thank you.
Archana Ramesh, Vamsi Kalyan, D. Gauri. Will be presenting on forensic accounting, needs AI, aeronautic investigation.
Good afternoon, Maharaj. My name is Vamsi Kalyan. I am from Bhargava College. With my co-author Sri Gauri, today we are going to do a presentation on our research paper. Forensic accounting needs AI, a new era of investigation, a comprehensive study. The globalization of trade has led to many frauds and scandals. But how does it affect companies and banks? The frauds affect companies by huge financial losses and investor distress and many decline of stock prices. Government and other regularities have been trying to develop a new techniques to put fraudulent activities under control. Now comes into the play forensic accounting. Unlike financial auditing, forensic accounting requires investigation skills, legal knowledge, and accounting expertise to uncover frauds. What were the objectives behind the study to research people? Our main objective was to assess AI's role in fraud detection and prevention. Our objective was to propose best practices and recommendations for effectively using data analytics and AI in forensic accounting. To determine which extent data analytics and artificial intelligence have been adopted and integrated into forensic accounting practices, and not the least, to investigate future development and innovations of AI in forensic accounting. We have used both thematic and systematic review methods to analyze forensic accounting literature, identifying major themes, evaluating evidence provided prior research. We have collected major themes from different research papers and a structured and a reproducible approach is then applied, including clear inclusion criteria, screening methods, and evidence-based research evaluations to pinpoint the key areas where next. Next. What are the different AI techniques in forensic accounting? NLP, also known as Natural Language Processing. NLP is used to analyze and extract information from unstructured data such as emails, legal documents, and other such websites. What were the findings from a research paper? The research shows that there is a significant scope of inclusion of AI in forensic accounting. It is also found that tools and techniques can be adopted to detect frauds and prevent financial crimes, which can help to prevent huge financial details. Conclusion. I would like to conclude this topic by saying that AI will play a critical role in fraud detection and compliances. As AI advances, it will become indispensable, uncovering financial misconduct and improving regulatory oversight. Not a big elephant in the room. Will AI overtake humans in forensic accounting? No, I don't think it will. As AI is still in infant stage. In other words, it is still in beginner stage. It still needs a lot of effort and practices to develop in one small way. With both AI and human contribution, we can develop forensic accounting into another level. Thank you.
Maybe online people, two more people are there. Before that, Naresh is available. CH Naresh is the last person in offline. Naresh, then offline. Meghana available online?
Yeah.
Meghana, can you speak? Yeah, your voice is very clear. You can start presenting your paper. on the impact of artificial intelligence of financial auditing, accuracy and operational efficiency. Can you speak now? Come on. Yeah, you can speak up. Your voice is good now, it is little bit down. Can you increase your voice or device something nearer to device? Come on, speak up. It's good now. It's good. Come on, speak up. Megman, are you there? Yeah, speak out, please. Meetups. Yeah. Basically, your whole time is utilized. Can I call upon Kalyani online? Kalyani is there online? Yeah. There's nothing now. Maybe from Lawrence College? Yeah, please speak. Are you sharing anything? Screen sharing? It's now. You can speak. Yes, yes. Speak out, okay. It's okay, speak out. With unfined time limit, unfined time limit, go conclusions, go for conclusions. You're not changing PPT slides and you're not. Conclude, please. You disconnected, huh? Please conclude your presentation. Okay. Can you please disconnect? Thank you for presentation. All these people who were presented here in offline and online. There are 30 papers are presented. 18 papers were submitted. The 3 papers online, the remaining is all offline. Thank you for presentation.
Right.
I request the Chairman sir to share his remarks on the paper presented today.
Because of time is very less, we are near to lunch. Of course, out of these, many presentations are good, which are relevant to, as Tirupati sir has said, we need to make every time screening of papers relevant to the session. Yeah, whatever one paper research methodology is good, but in this e-commerce and other thing, normally presented, but only things it's not much relevant to the accounting. But the other things are good. But anyway, out of these all papers, we can conclude with one small remarks. Recently, I read one article from US. The AI divorce. Marriage divorce, So one family which they took the technology of AI, observing the husband whether he is coming regularly to home or not. He is the accounting professional, not like our Odysseus. But he has to reach home by 6 o'clock, but he is not reaching by 6 o'clock. He is going somewhere. She took the application to AI to observe him, not CA or CMA presentation. He went to somewhere. So finally, she took all the evidences. Simply, this evidence is submitted to the court online. Finally, she got divorce. At the evening, she was submitted in the morning. In the evening, she got divorce officially. She is not physically handed over to the husband. She just stick on these evidences in the door. She went away. So that is the situation nowadays. You can see how the families are doing all this. But anyhow, without human involvement, we are doing all the reports of accounting and finance. So all the degree colleges and PG colleges, according to the NEP, it should be a research centers. So nowadays you are not doing preparing statements, accounts, anything. You should manage system auditing, system accounting, system finance. That upgradation is very much required. You plan that your career according to the new emerging subjects. Thank you, and all for giving this.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful remarks and feedback. At this time, I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to both our chairman and keynote speaker. May I request our principal sir, vice principal sir, to please come on to the dais. Express our sincere gratitude to Professor Shekhar sir.
Sir, PPT off.
Would like to facilitate CMA Vijay Kiran Agastya sir for his valuable insight and contribution to this section.
Ladies लोग को करेंगे ऐसे जल्दी जल्दी वजह करके वो ये चलता है
Sir, with that, we conclude this session and invite everyone to take a lunch break. Enjoy this time and recharge for the rest of the seminar. We'll be back here by 2:30 sharp. Thank you, everyone. All the presenters of track 2, please share your PPTs to me personally, even if you are present here. Thank you.
Age mana no?
Aku percaya itu baru. Check the people.
Shared. Mail to the mail.
Yes, sir. I'm checking the WhatsApp. Yesterday also and today in the WhatsApp also. Actually. Yeah.
Name आपके चुने में
Artificial intelligence for fraud detection.
Yeah. From your mail.
Yes, Vishnu Ship. Yeah, yes, yes. So basically,
Back to mail.
Yes, back to 17.
Sitting on the place only. Everybody is not there. సెకండ్ ట్రాక్ లో చూడు ఎవరెవరు ఉన్నారు ఎవరెవరు లేరు. సైడ్ పెట్టు.
రేపు చెప్తాను నేను చేసి చూసి
ఒకసారి చూపిస్తాను. అది సిక్స్ తర్వాత గాయత్రి కానీ శ్రీ రాధిక గారు. తర్వాత వీళ్ళు ఐశ్వర్య ఒకటి, ఐశ్వర్య గారి నిఖిత. అదేమో చెప్తే నేను చెప్తాను నెంబర్. అదేమేమో నేను చెప్తే చెప్తా. ఇంకోళ్ళు అది 11.
శ్రీరామ్ సార్
శ్రీరామ్ తప్పించి
వినోద్ సార్
పదమూడు బాబు సారా సార్ నెంబర్ 70.
17 విష్ణు ఉండాలి.
ఆ విషయం నెక్స్ట్
ఇంకా
గోపి అనురాధ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ తిన్నావా?
తిన్నాం. ఎక్కడ తిన్నాం?
స్పెషల్ వచ్చింది.
అంచనా మేడం అయిపోయిందిగా.
సార్ చెక్ చేయండి. సార్ నాకు చెక్ చేయి. పెట్టు చెక్ చేయాలి. రిపీట్ పంపించమని మీకు పంపించానా? మీకు మొబైల్కి పంపిస్తా.
ఇందిరా మేడం 20. వాళ్ళు ఉండదు विजय इधर नहीं है से विजय पूछो एक बार बच्ची पता क्या उनको पूजा लेखा ఉందా మందిర మేడం రకం అతను పోటీ తిరుమలరావు టీవీ వచ్చిందా అది అసలు అరుణ్ అరుణ్ నీలాంబరి మేడం యాదు కదా నీలాంబరి మేడం 19 నీలాంబరి మేడం 19 మధ్యాహ్నం మాత్రం కూడా మారుతుందేమో ఇక డిబిపిఎం ఫాలో అవుతుంది మేడం లక్ష్మి మేడం లక్ష్మి మేడం ఏమేమి అదే వచ్చింది చెప్పారా 1 2 3
1 2 3 4 5 6 వచ్చింది 10 11 14 16 17 18 19 20
ఏమందులో మేడం ఇది అనౌన్స్మెంట్ చేస్తా
మెయిల్లో చెక్ చేద్దాం సార్ మెయిల్లో
మెయిల్ వాట్సాప్ లో చెక్ వాట్సాప్ ఆన్ ఉంటుంది
మెయిల్లో కూడా పంపించారు
లేదు పేరు లేదు
మెయిల్
అన్నావు పేరు లేదు లెఫ్ట్ ఓవర్ దాంట్లో రాధికా కల్లా ఉంది ఉంది
యోగిత సాయి వచ్చింది సాయి
పూజ సాయి లేఖ ఉంది వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు
సౌగంధిక ఉంది అది
21 అబ్దుల్ కరీం
సౌగంధిక
31 నెక్స్ట్ అంతేనా ఏమైనా మిగిలిన సెకండ్ లేదు
సార్ 21 ఇది
అవును చెప్పు అయితే చెప్తే ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాయి
హరిత బి హరిత
హరిత అది ఓపెన్ చేయవు సార్ కాంబినేషన్ ఎవరితో ఉంది మంజులా మేడం కానీ వాళ్ళు ప్రజెంటేషన్ చేసుకునేందుకు ఎవరు వాళ్ళ వేరే టీం వచ్చింది వీళ్ళు ఎక్స్ట్రా హరిత
స్టేషన్ ఆయన మాట్లాడేది ఫస్ట్ చైర్మన్
వాట్సాప్ ఆన్ ఉందా
మరి ఎట్లా మరి?
నేను పంపిస్తాను.
మీరు వెళ్ళిపోతారు.
Assets like having a friend.
No down, right? In the Russia, no down.
वायर बरोबर है ना सर? वायर बरोबर है ना? क्या ऊपर करूं? नीचे गिर गया वायर ऊपर था।
These PPCs are not received. They are
मेरा दोस्त I hope everyone will be relaxing lunch and I'm now ready to continue this insightful journey. It is my pleasure to welcome you all back to this technical session too. Before proceeding, I would like to announce two names. We need your PPT. Number one, Nikita from BPPM College. Please forward your PPT. And Ms. Harika from Vignana Jyoti. If you are here, forward your PPT to us. Yeah. Okay, let us begin by welcoming our esteemed chairman for this session, Professor A. Patrick Sir, to the dais. Present our sampling as a warm gesture of welcome to our chairman, sir. Let us welcome our esteemed keynote speaker Dr. Vinay Kumar Chaganti to the dais. I request Lakshmi ma'am to present a sapling as a warm gesture of welcome. Speaker CA Naga Durga Sudhakar sir, please join us on the dais. I request Margarita ma'am to present a sapling as a token of respect to him. Start, I would like to invite Ms. Sandhya, Assistant Professor of Commerce, to introduce our esteemed Chairman, Sir, Professor Iaa-Hyderabad. Good afternoon to one and all. I'm Sandhya, Assistant Professor of Commerce. It's a privilege and I feel elated to introduce the Chairperson of the session 2, Patrick Sir. He holds an MCOM, MBA and PhD net qualifications in Commerce and Management. He also earned a Bachelor of Christian Studies, BCS from Serampore University, West Bengal. Sir is currently working as a professor in the Department of Commerce from Osmania University, Public Relations Officer, Osmania University, Chairman Board of Studies in Commerce too. His areas of expertise include accounting, marketing, strategic management, quantitative techniques, research methodology, and soft skills. He has a vast experience of 27 years of postgraduate teaching and corporate training experience. Professors, so as the profile has a lot of weightage and then there is too huge actually. Let's give a big round of applause for Patrick sir and his great achievements. His name is provided such a thank you, and I'd like to request Patrick sir to please take over the session.
Everyone. It's homecoming always coming to Badruga. The person who introduced me to Badruga is there in front of me, Achalapati sir. Okay, I finished my MCOM at Malgood and spoke with Malikarjun sir. And I worked for 8 years here. So that I see that. I'm great to see people like Oval Reddy sir, Sonaran sir, a lot of other faculty members that are here. Thanks to Janaki sir and others who have invited me. And without much ado, I would thank my other friends that are there. Vinay sir who had done PhD and was associated with as a postdoc and other things there. And one of my being chartered accountant and marketing business and what we used to do is we would go about with giving an opportunity of let's say 20 minutes. I would also request both the resource persons. I like this idea of having this conferences being held at Badruga every time the Indian Accounting Association topics are announced. Badruga takes the lead and they go about to conducting it. It's got two purposes. I love that vision of Achalapati sir, wherein he wants more and more people getting exposure at the national level. Last time we had a program here, I remember chartered accounting talking about greenwashing and other things there. It inspired me to write a paper and present it at Calcutta as well. So that is something which I think and I would request the students who are here. I don't know, some of them are into something else, the one of the Meropers. So yeah, all right. When your presentation comes, I will distract you as well. What I'm trying to tell you all is, please listen keenly. I would request both of them, apart from the thing that we were speaking, share some insights which will give ideas to the scholars and the teachers about topics in which they can probe and work for research. So give them some good potential topics which are unexplored, where they can really work and come up with some good papers. That's my honest appeal to the others. And when the student scholars come, or any of the faculty as well, I always go by this. I mean, as a student, I see sir sending me to Jaipur long ago with a lot of expectation, writing a paper and all that. But I would say only one thing. When you come here, three things I'll tell you. tell us what you're going to tell us, and tell us what you told us. Did you get it there? So don't get into introducing everyone, don't get into your bibliography and all that there. Tell your topic, your methodology, your findings. And don't give us a chance to neck you out from the stage yet, right? Physically, there are 19 on paper, you have to handle time, you have to respect time as well, right? So you're not going to do anything untoward. And I request the organizers first to introduce the other two speakers and we would start. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your address has set our stage for the session, and we look forward for more enriching discussions. Now, it is my honor to introduce Dr. Vinay Kumar Chaganti, sir, who has made significant contributions in academia and industry. Sir is a visionary leader with over 15 years of experience in organizational development and technology management. Sir holds a PhD in interpersonal communication and an MD, along with professional certifications like PMP and CBA. Throughout his career, Sir has been at the forefront of driving innovation and leading digital transformations across various sectors. His remarkable ability to translate research into practical applications has made him a sought-after expert. He has worked with prominent organizations like Rapid Canvas and Intra Edge, where his work has had a lasting impact on business growth and development. Sir is not only a recognized thought leader, but also someone who is deeply passionate about leveraging technology and organizational strategies to improve both education and business. His insights and expertise are sure to inspire and challenge us as we move forward in this session. Sir, I request you to please address the gathering.
First, thanks to Bazuka College, Indian Accounting Association for having me here. It's an opportunity for me to meet all of the teachers that I had the pleasure of learning from quite some time ago. Professor Rajgopal, Professor including Professor Patrick. I would kind of help that I got from Professor Patrick even during my postdoc days. So enough about me, my introduction. I wanted to really share with you couple of stories of AI in the world of finance. I also wanted to share with you a couple of observations that I have made over the last 2-3 years of talking to hundreds of finance executives. Trust me when I say this, hundreds of finance executives around the world. And then lastly, I might have one lesson to share with you, maybe one ask from all of you. So first story that I want to start with is one application of AI in finance. There was a company called SFR3. It's a property management company. Their business is in going and buying second-hand properties, then uplifting the quality of the property, and then leasing it out. You understand this model, right? This is the Airbnb model of doing business. So SFR3 was a property management firm. They were not just doing the Airbnb stuff. They can lease out the properties to Airbnb or any other service provider. They had one very interesting challenge. Their challenge was every property would have a property manager. The property manager needs to feed information about who is actually renting the property, who is staying, how much are they paying, are they using any other services when staying in the property. I think all the accounting entries, right? I was assuming that you would also believe like me that the accounting should be clean, right? How hard can accounting be for this? Turns out that there are regional differences, cultural differences, language differences, and habitual differences in how people accounted effectively the same kinds of transactions. What did this turn into? This turned into a nightmare for SFRP, the property management company, that after making so many billions of dollars of investments in buying properties and building a business, they still had no clarity on what was the money that they were making and exactly from what service lines. How much were they making from rent? How much were they making from services? They had to practically hire a team of 30 analysts just to reconcile data. And why did they have to reconcile data, by the way, if you remember? Accounting should not be hard, but why did this become hard? It became hard because of language differences, habit differences, regional differences, cultural differences. Everybody started putting things their own way. Somebody would call it rent, somebody would call it RP, somebody would call it rental income. Turns out the only way to deal with this is either you hire, like I said, a team of analysts who will clean up everything, who will get every data point, clean it up, put it into a certain standard, and prepare a report for the management, or use AI. Because you have ChatGPT now, throw everything to something like ChatGPT and hope that it will do a fairly decent job of clustering related entities together, right? So rent and RT and rental income will be grouped together and will be simplified, standardized as rent income. So very clearly, one application of AI in finance, not necessarily accounting. We're taking data from accounting system, but we're not putting back anything into the accounting system. So I would call this as finance because eventually what we had to do was help them with the reporting for the management. Any lessons that you want to take from the story are up for you. If you have any questions, I will entertain them later. There is a second story that I need to share with you. A friend recently raised an investment for her startup. Her business idea was extremely simple, so simple. You will be surprised that this ever became a business idea and somebody actually was willing to invest money in that business. The idea is this, that every time when there are businesses interacting with each other, there's an invoice that goes from one company to the other company, right? And in that invoice, you also have this additional element called GST. In different countries, there are different terms. In her case, it's called VAT. So here's the challenge. Nobody, I won't say nobody. It's most organizations don't take it seriously to create an account to pay up their duties for GST and stuff like that. What they do is they will say, well, money is coming in, we have a current account, we have a savings account. We will think about budgeting this. We know that it is a standard expense that will come, and we will deal with it when it comes. We will deal with it when it comes as the attitude. Her point was simple. Why should you deal with it when it comes? When the invoice comes, when the money is paid, I will create a very simple workflow that now splits the amount that you are receiving into 3 different accounts or 4 different accounts or 5 different accounts. So if there is VAT that is part of the invoice and there's like an account called VAT, then you move money there, right? So simple, right? But it makes the life of anybody managing finance in the organization so easy that she has mobilized funding. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you is that there's no AI here. So the world of finance still can run without AI. Everything is contextual, right? SFR3 was a pure play accounting problem, but required AI as an intervention. Whereas the startup that I told you, it's not a major problem, but she created a convenience out of a simple automation, not necessarily requiring any fancy AI at all at this stage. Now, what are the lessons that I've learned looking at stories like this over the last 3-4 years, like I said, talking to hundreds of executives? Number one, AI in finance is relevant in organizations like Airbnbs, Ubers, and the Olas. If you didn't already guess why, it is because finance is the heart of their business. Every business transaction with every customer, every minute is directly tied to finance. So for them, questions about how do we price this right for the customer, or how do we actually search the pricing because the situation is bad outside, everything is a decision that requires intervention of AI, right? The businesses have only one thing in common. They're transactional. Every transaction is linked to finance. In contrast with this, there are also organizations that are capex heavy. Think of Reliance Industries, think of petroleum organizations, think of steel plants, for example. Do you think AI will be equally useful in finance in these organizations? I don't know the answer. I've been trying to find the answer. But the impression that I've got so far is that these guys don't appreciate the value of AI yet. Because for them, finance is more an administrative task, it is more internal. It's not customer facing, it's not the heart of their business. The heart of their business lies in operations. The heart of their business lies in production, right? So please understand that distinction. When we say AI in finance is not globally applicable everywhere. Just because finance as a concept is applicable everywhere. It's applicable only in one segment of organizations where finances are so from. Banking, finance, financial services, insurance are practically the most readily adopting of any ideas from AI, from use cases such as price prediction to fraud detection to say anything. So those were two lessons, two types of companies that I wanted to talk about, and I will just conclude with one last. We say AI, but we often forget talking about the people in the organization, and that's a bit of a problem, right? Because every time I walk into a potential sales conversation, the first thing that people ask me is, "You're here to displace people. I'm not interested in supporting you." It's a problematic attitude. I mean, AI does not have to displace people. You can have AI, you can still have empathy, you can still use AI to make your life easy. The problem today, one of the things that I have noticed in the world of finance is that people make their life on spreadsheets. I don't know if you guys are aware, maybe you're too young, but when you step out, I'm fairly certain you will notice that a day won't pass without you opening Excel spreadsheets, right? Everything happens so much so in Excel spreadsheets that there are thousands of companies around the world which will take data from accounting systems, which will take data from all other financial systems, financial ERPs, but still give you Excel export options. And the reason is, well, you can't change the habit. It's much hard. I mean, it's easier to build a technology. It's harder to change a habit, right? So one of the areas of research that I'm suggesting to you is work with the finance guys, work with the accountants, and see what it takes to help them move from breaking out of that behavior, right? Of sticking to spreadsheets, which is now becoming fast obsolete. I don't know if you guys are aware. Have you heard of something called Airtable? If you have, if you use Airtable once, you will start hating spreadsheets, right? Because spreadsheets is so outdated as a technology. I'm not saying it is less valuable, but I'm saying that there is something far more valuable and we cannot be blind to something that is more progressive and advanced, right? So that's one of the areas of research in terms of who are the potential users, what do they appreciate, what do they embrace, what are their deepest fears, what kind of technology can let them come out of those fears and embrace AI into their work. So that's all that I have to say. I would be happy to take any questions. I don't know if we have time for that, but yeah, we can do towards the end. But thank you so much once again for the opportunity. I'm glad we had time to say that.
So this sets the tone for the session. I would always love this mode of presentation. I mean, I don't know, he has gone about it sharing what is called a 3 stories, right? Now, this is where we talk about one of the most effective way of communicating. We call it storytelling in corporate parlance today. Another thing, I really appreciate that we didn't go for the PowerPoint there. We always tell it this way. Power is in the person making the point and not in the PowerPoint. So you are very powerful in making the point. So go about with doing the paper presentations too. Don't make Janaki Ram sir and others run around. This was not my presentation, my presentation. It's your work, and if you have done it, confidently come and share and impress us that you have done a thoroughly wonderful job there. And without much to talk about, I ask them to introduce the next speaker for the session.
Glad to introduce the keynote speaker, Nagasubhadra Danu, for the session 2, and who is a chartered accountant with a proven track record in the financial services. Sir, education qualifications. He pursued Bachelor of Commerce in 2001 from P.B. Siddhartha College of Commerce and a qualified certified chartered accountant in the year 2005. Chartered accountant with over 19 years of experience in the areas of financial reporting and auditing under IFRS and Indian accounting standard frameworks, adept to understanding pharmaceutical industry accounting and reporting practices. an M-panel speaker on Indian accounting standards for the ICAI, technical reviewer at the Financial Reporting Review Board of the ICAI too. He is also a resource faculty for Indian Audit and Account Service in Hyderabad. He is also an author of the book Impact of Indian Accounting Standards on Pharmaceutical Industry, Opportunities and Challenges, published by SIRC of ICAI. He has vast experience and he worked with many reputed organizations like KPMG as assistant manager in 2005 to 2010. He worked for Bharat Financial Inclusion as a senior lead manager from 2010 to 2011. And also he worked for Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited as a director for global financial reporting from 2011 to 2022. Working for NSVR and Associates LLP as a partner, which offers accounting and financial reporting advisor services to the listed and unlisted entities, audit of listed and unlisted entities. We welcome you, sir, to take our attention.